Yo, what's going on, boys? It's Project Eon here, back with another video. Uh, Before we get to anything about what's happening in today's video, I gotta say, your boy's been slacking. I'm not gonna hold you to it. I've been moving, so I wasn't making videos for a little bit. I'm trying to get back into it. I just had to figure out like a bunch of stuff, and it was getting to the point where it was like, do I want to keep, I only just started doing YouTube, but do I want to keep doing it? And, all that good stuff. But I'm going to try to do like 3 videos a week or so and see if I can get that done. But, anyways, in today's video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be reacting to some paranormal, spooky videos. I've never reacted to like a paranormal video. um I mean, obviously, I've watched them with like family members or friends or family, but I've never really like seen it for like by myself on recording, especially. And I think it would be a really cool experience if we brought some of that to the channel. And if you guys do want to see more of that on the channel, please make sure to comment that down below. And without further ado, I'm going to get right into this. All right, so the videos that we're going to be watching today are by Bizarre Bup. I don't know how you get that username and then go into creepypasta videos or paranormal videos or scary compilation videos for that matter. But, he's done apparently at least 82 variants of this. So, yeah, without further ado, I'm just gonna get right into this.
It's late at night when a girl named Pershka records a video in her kitchen. The purpose of the video is to show an ice machine that she recently purchased, as there's something about it that creeps her out. The ice maker, according to her, makes a very strange noise during the late hours of the night. So one night, as the ice machine makes its unusual noise, Pershka heads over to the kitchen to record the sound. But as she records this video, something pretty creepy is caught on camera. What was supposed to be a short, random video turned out to be a terrifying clip that Pershka has recently taken down for unknown reasons. She didn't say why she took down the clip, but it seems that the video itself says it all. Have a look.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Fuck. Dude, I didn't see it until like the last second. Even when the arrow was pointing at it, I didn't see it until she like almost turned fully and turned the light on. Holy shit.
Like a scene out of a horror movie, Pershka walks into the kitchen and captures for just a split second the figure of a little girl. Even creepier.
That could also be like a trick of the camera, it depends. Like anything between, I don't know, early ages of like the iPhones coming out, so probably like 2004, 2003, to about, man, maybe not that, maybe like 2000, around 2005 to about 2015, I would say, or like 2012 to 2015 is like where cameras were still in that development stage where you could only really capture anything on like an actual digital camera. Couldn't capture anything on really like a phone because they weren't made right, and the parts that were made from them, the early stages, was just garbage pieces. It was basically just garbage pieces to make a phone that you could carry with you everywhere.
Is that whoever this was just disappears as soon as the lights.
So, listen, I don't know. It's up to you. These people always say it's up to you to decide. I'm leaving it up to you to decide, because I think it's a trick of the camera. Like, it's a shadow and it's in a little bit of a light environment, but it's still kind of like the shadow. Like, it could just be a trick of the camera for a pot or something.
Turn on. It's for this reason that viewers believe she had taken down the clip, as otherwise
I don't know.
it would continue to remind her of this disturbing incident. Whatever was captured has left her extremely unsettled.
Yeah.
Even though
I fucking bet. If that actually happened to me and it was For real, I'd be sketched out too. But I'd definitely come up with some bullshit reason on why that occurred.
This video was taken a few years ago. It is still unknown as to whether or not Pershka had captured something paranormal on camera.
You know,
Paranormal on
thinking about it, Pershka, the only thing you caught on camera is a shadow. That's it.
camera.
Stop wasting our times.
In the early 2000s, there used to be an abandoned asylum in Massachusetts known as Danvers State Hospital. Before shutting down in 1992, the asylum had an estimate of 3,000 patients, all of whom were severely mentally ill and poorly treated. Nurses who used to work here recall seeing horrifying things that continue to haunt them to this day. From patients walking around in their own filth due to a lack of basic hygiene, to patients receiving forced lobotomies that would often leave them in a much worse state than before. Employees of the Danvers State Hospital are haunted by these terrible memories. However, aside from the past, the asylum is infamous for being extremely creepy.
That does look creepy. Like, who the fuck?
Aside from the past,
who builds a hospital and says, "Oh yeah, this looks totally normal. This looks totally normal. Nothing creepy about it at all. The sun, you know, when it's a crisp autumn fall morning, the sun peers through the doorways of the patients' rooms like if you could see a shadow pass by, it wouldn't be scary as shit. Totally."
The asylum is infamous for being extremely creepy. After shutting down in 1992, teens would come here after hearing
1992? Feels like that thing should have been closed up like the 70s or the 60s or the 50s or the 40s or any time before that.
rumors that the
Oh my god.
building was haunted. Although this next video wasn't taken by a trespassing teen, it was taken by a curious security guard back in 2000 whose job was to look after the historic building. But little did he know that he would capture something very strange while exploring the basement of the asylum. Take a look.
That's another thing. Like, dude, these people, when you get hired as a security guard, if anybody that watches is a security guard, please do let me know in the comments. When you get hired, do you not get like a history of like the building? If there's people that have died there, and if so, how many? Because this seems like something like even before you get the job, you should know about it. And if you do know about it, why are you panicking? Because you got the job and you chose this life. This audio is so weird. This audio is so weird.
It's a bit hard to see at first, but as the night guard pans the camera to a room inside the basement, a shadowy figure can be seen moving.
But then how do you not know, like, that's, I mean, a scary compilation? Yeah, it'd be pretty fucking scary to know that there's another person in the building where you're supposed to be making sure there's nobody. But other than that, I mean, shit. I'm getting goosebumps, actually, thinking about it. Like, thinking about the fact that there's someone there with him that he can't see, or something that he can't see with his eyes. You know what I mean? Like a ghost, actual ghost. But I think it could just be a teen, you know, or somebody that broke in and they just don't want any trouble.
Slowly inside. The guard doesn't notice the figure until much later after rewatching the footage. Naturally, he was left shaken up after seeing what appears to be a slender-looking silhouette walking further into the room as if trying to hide from him.
I can't wait till we can take a picture one day on any phone in a generation, really. And I'm talking like, you know, obviously your phone is going to die at some point. Like, it's not gonna live forever. When I'm wondering if there's at any point in time, obviously there's probably going to be, where we could have crisp 4K video and photography at all times, no matter where you are, no matter how much motion is in the photo or video, no matter what. I'm wondering when that is. Could be in 20 years from now that we get that type of stuff, but I cannot wait, because then shit like this, where it's so goddamn grainy, won't exist anymore. And I can't wait for that day to come. I can't wait for that day to come about.
Mind you, the basement of this building is completely inaccessible to outsiders, so there's no way that a trespasser could have been inside. It's no wonder that viewers believe something supernatural was captured. But of course, the question is begged,
Ay, ay.
just what exactly was caught on camera? Whether ghost or not, it remains a mystery as to what was captured. Now the following video was submitted to me by someone who has no idea where the video came from.
What the f is that thing? What is that? That's like a there. Okay, what the fuck? I'm already seeing something. Either that or I'm doinked as hell, but I'm not. I'm not actually YouTube. Chill out. That looks like an arm, a head, a torso here, another arm, a leg, and then another leg, and it looks like it's like climbing something.
Its original source is unknown, but despite its mysterious origins, the clip is sufficiently creepy on its own. The video seems to have come from a CCTV camera that was placed in front of a driveway. Everything appears to be normal until you notice the two strangers that are standing outside the owner's home. They come into view as the owner beams them with the car headlights, presumably as an attempt to scare them off. This, however, doesn't work. They're still there, while eerily standing still. It is at this point, though, where things get really creepy. Watch.
They're just standing there. They're not even doing anything. They're just standing there, though. Like, it's like they're frozen. Is he moving his head or something? Is that guy moving his head? Kind of looks like it a little bit. Like, what I say? What did I fucking say? Grainy ass videos. I swear. And I get it that you can't do anything. It's a security camera, but at some point we need to wake up and say, stop with the grainy ass cameras. This is not how we catch criminals, and we need better equipment. And then you're gonna get to that point where no more grainy photos, no more grainy videos. Get the shotgun. No fucking way! Their silhouette is there though. Nah, bro. nah, bro. Alright.
In utter disbelief,
sure.
the property owner sees the two strangers disappear without a trace. Clearly, there had been two individuals standing outside, but somehow, they vanish as soon as the lights are flashed again. Now, how exactly this happened is something viewers can't seem to explain, and with little info on this clip, the video becomes even more mysterious. If two strangers were seen on camera, then how is it possible that they suddenly...
I don't really trust anything with little info, because you never know. It could have been somebody that was just like fucking around and wanted to post something scary without thinking like, okay, there's people that actually like watching this shit, and if you post something that's fake, it's gonna be bad.
disappeared.
But I don't know. It's up for you to decide.
In the following video, a man is woken up after hearing strange noises inside his apartment. The man lives alone, so he finds it alarming to hear what sounds like an intruder inside his home. He quickly grabs his phone and begins to record. Strangely, the sound of footsteps can be heard coming from above, as though someone is in the attic. Now, the man in this video is known as Nick Long, and it wasn't until the next morning that he decided to leave from the safety of his room to investigate the attic space. He treads carefully as to avoid any physical confrontations.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that shit scared the fuck out of me. Whatever this is right here, I just saw this part of it, and I was like, I thought it was something looking at the guy. I was like, oh shit. Dude, I'm on edge. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa.
As Nick looks around and checks every corner, he sees that no one is there. Not even traces of a person, such as footprints, can be found anywhere. This was definitely strange. But Nick doesn't really think much of it, since plenty of other strange things have happened before inside his apartment. Though, it would be a few nights later when the strangest encounter happens. Nick is once again woken up by strange noises from his attic. Only this time, he decides to check it out as it happens. Needless to say, what's captured here is pretty spooky. Watch.
Yes, I've been hearing weird noises and shit. And this door has been like opening and closing. Yo, what the fuck? Yo.
The door to the attic somehow opens on its own as soon as Nick approaches it. Feeling spooked, Nick is completely unsettled by this incident. It's now apparent that something strange is going on. But as if things couldn't get any more creepy, the following night, Nick is recording his dog when he captures this.
What was that? What was that? Yo.
Listen, I might always have like an excuse for everything, but like if your dog starts growling and acting a little like acting fucking berserk basically, then you know something's up and then you know that you got to step in. You know what I mean? Like there's something wrong here. There's some foul play here, some shit for your dog to be growling at nothing or, you know, autism is always the other answer.
Nick's dog immediately goes on high alert. His dog is sensing something that doesn't appear to be there. It's as though he senses something dangerous. With all its
Yeah, no, when your dog starts fucking acting like that, after that, I stop asking questions. I get in the car. I drive 60 miles, 60 and a 40. In a 65, I'm going like 95. Got to go at least like 20 plus to get away from the house.
happened before, Nick believes that something isn't right with his apartment. He believes it might be haunted and thinks that the attic might have something to do with this. Whether ghost or not, he's deeply unsettled by these incidents. Despite living somewhere else now, he can't seem to forget the strange events that have happened there. So then, just what exactly
Okay, did they stop though? It doesn't fucking matter if you can't forget them, but did they stop?
was going on inside Nick's apartment? Like most videos, this one remains a mystery. This next video was recorded by a security camera inside an apartment complex. Not much is known about this video, except that it came from this residential building where the little girl and her family reside. The video starts off with footage of the young girl playing by a staircase. Below the stairs is what appears to be a small room. The little girl can be seen staring at something inside the room, but nothing noticeable can be seen on footage. Or at least, that's what the child's parents initially thought. It was only after watching this video multiple times that the parents were left horrified.
I'm sorry. To get off topic here, my ass is looking at that and saying, that's stairs? That looks like a little room under the stairs. Oh, I'm a fucking retard. I'm so Stupid. He's talking about these stairs and then the little room underneath. But I'm like looking at it and I'm like, this is not stairs under here. This is like newspaper or some shit.
Something
It's like holy shit. It's where Harry stayed in the first couple of movies. Holy fuck.
was actually captured inside this room. Take a look.
Cat. The fuck is that thing? It's a fingers?
It now becomes clear as to why the little girl seemed hesitant to go inside. A disembodied hand can be seen beckoning to the girl. It almost seems to come out of nowhere before disappearing into thin air. Even the cat who later joins the girl seems unsure about going inside. Whatever this might have been was concerning enough to make them reluctant about entering the space. This mysterious footage, like most videos, has yet to be solved. But until then, you be the judge on what was captured inside this room. On August 23rd of 2023, George Cruz and his wife had just finished making dinner and were heading towards the living room.
This is supposed to be a scary compilation. I'm finding so much shit funny about this. Why do you have this in your house? I mean, like, I understand if you have kids. All right. I understand. But it doesn't seem like they do. It doesn't seem like this is a household that has kids. This husband, to me at least, this shelf right here, yeah, this shelf right here, making it really feel like it's not a kid's household. This husband spends about $20 a movie, and he has about, I don't know, I want to say 2,000 movies, maybe like plus games as well. It looks like he's got a little Xbox right here. Probably plays a little Xbox from now and again. But you do not need this here. This house is screaming, get the rid of this and get a different table. Get an actual table. How about that?
To eat their meal. The couple sit close to each other while watching their favorite TV program. As minutes pass, it appears that nothing strange is happening in this footage. But fast forward to just a few more seconds, and something happens that scares the living daylights out of the couple. Prior to this incident, George and his wife had been experiencing strange occurrences inside their house. Before having to document any of these occurrences, they would often wake up in the dead of night and hear faint whispering coming from somewhere inside the house. But creepiest of all is when the couple would see household items move on their own. Over time, the activity has become so intense that the couple has asked for help from those who specialize in the paranormal.
Dude, he looks like a priest G. He looks like the G of all priests.
It was recommended that they set up cameras around their home to capture evidence of the so-called paranormal activity, so the couple act accordingly. Weirdly enough, they were also told to get rid of a certain
Dude, it's like he's like going live in his own house. He's like testing out the products. Like, all right, guys, we're about to go.
item inside their house. George and his wife own an old rocking chair, and apparently, this chair is the source behind all the activity. So the couple does exactly that by selling it. And surprisingly, a buyer has taken an interest in purchasing the chair. The couple holds onto the chair until the buyer comes over to pick it up sometime next week. But in the meantime, something very strange is captured on their cameras. No one is home when this is captured.
Whoa. Whoa. See, the ghost agrees with me. Get that fucking table out of there. And what is this? Isn't that what? Okay, listen, for all my people that remember high school, you remember those gym, like, or if you played a sport in high school or played any sports, when you go to the IR or whatever, like when you're on injury reserve and the school trainers check you up or wherever you went to play check you up. This. That's what that's for. I don't know why she has that. But the ghost agrees with me. Get that fucking table out of there, bro. That table does not belong in there. You know where it belongs? Outside. Where Jesus.
Eerily, the chair begins to rock back and forth before somehow other objects inside the house move on their own. Although terrified by what was captured, the couple is glad they had caught this. They can now show this video to those who've doubted their claims. However, this wouldn't be the only footage they'd be showing, because as of recent, more activity has been caught on camera. Not long after this video, the following incident was captured. Take a look.
This is the one that we were looking at.
And maybe someone who appreciated life and appreciated the experience.
Now, moments before an object falls down, the camera pans over to the shelf as though sensing movement in that area. What's weird about this though, is that it sensed it before the DVD case had fallen on its own. Now, one could say that the camera picked up movement from the TV, but if that were so, then the camera would have already moved earlier, given that there were things moving on the screen way before the camera had moved. It seems.
Yeah, but they don't say anything. Like, they don't react. That's the thing. Like, you want people to believe you? React. Like, that's what you gotta do. But if you don't react, people just think you're putting up for show. Like, obviously, there's that factor of, like, they could have been dealing with this for so long that they're just numb to it by now. They don't even say anything when it happens. But, like, at the same time, motherfucker, when people have this shit happen to them, they think that there's a ghost living in their house. Like, the fuck? Am I say something.
This was a random occurrence, unless it was sensing something else. The couple continued to document these strange occurrences in the hopes that someone could explain what's happening. Ultimately, their goal is to stop the activity. But until then, it seems they'll continue to share more footage of this unusual situation. In the following video, a man is alone at home when he realizes that the lights in his basement won't turn on. Feeling a bit scared, he walks down into the cellar with caution. According to him, it's not the darkness that scares him, but the basement itself. From time to time, noises such as footsteps or the sound of someone walking back and forth can be heard coming from inside. This often happens when no one else is at home. Now, the man had this experience previously, but it was at his job. He works as a grave digger, and oftentimes, after placing a coffin inside a freshly dug grave, he would feel as though someone else was there with him. Although unable to explain this unusual sensation, it would be the following incident that leaves him extremely baffled. The man checks the basement to see why the lights aren't turning on, but he checks carefully because, as he states, he just heard the sound of footsteps walking about as though someone is down there. Be sure to pay close attention, as what was captured wasn't noticed until looking closely. This is what was caught.
At the moment, in the basement, and I swear I keep hearing someone walk. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's kind of creepy. Laundry room still has power, so that's good. But the rest of the basement's power is completely out, which is very strange. I'm not sure what that noise was, but I don't know. I'm home alone right now, so we'll see, I guess. Look out back. No, nothing back there. I don't know.
Just a crackhead comes around the corner. Let me in! Let me in! Let me in!
There's been a lot of strange things happening.
Now it happens real fast, but in case you missed it, if you look closely as the man pans the camera to the bathroom, you can see what appears to be a strange, shadow-like figure standing completely still inside a bathtub. It doesn't appear to be moving at all, as if who, or whatever this was, had been entirely stiff. Even creepier is that when the man returns to the bathroom, the figure is no longer there. Given its strange appearance and sudden disappearance, the man thinks that something supernatural was captured. But as always, I'll leave it to you to come up with your own conclusions. Could it be that someone had broken in and quickly hid away from the man? Or might this be something completely different?
I don't know.
If you
I don't
caught
know.
something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. That being said, let's get back to the video. This next video was taken inside an old restaurant that is currently being renovated. The person recording this doesn't say where exactly this footage was taken, and for good reason. Aside from privacy, this place isn't safe to be in. It's not just the construction that makes it unsafe.
So it's not safe to be in, and you won't release the location. But we're making a restaurant here, guys. What? F***ing stupid. Just give me the fucking location.
But rather something else. For just an idea of why that is, the owners of the restaurant are deeply afraid of the strange things that have happened here. Now the person recording this is someone who I featured in a previous video. They too have been experiencing strange happenings and believe that it won't stop unless they move out from home. Given their experience with this unusual phenomenon, they were invited to see this restaurant before it's completely demolished. Although expecting to see something unusual, nothing happens. That is, until much later when they head over to the back of the restaurant. What happens then is terrifying to say the least. This is what they caught.
Oh, it's cold right here. It's the other way. Hello? I'm not going up there. Definitely not going back there. Oh wow, it is really cold right here. What was that? No. I don't think it's happy we're here.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God. Oh, holy. Dude, there's...
Isn't this
Initially,
like
a
the first, isn't this
strange
like,
shadow
sorry, isn't this like the first, or like one of the first couple stages of like a possession or something like that? It's like an attachment or whatever.
can be seen peeking from a corner. The man, whose name is Win, doesn't notice it until much later, after feeling a sudden drop in temperature.
Dude, that shit
The room
is
suddenly becomes
dark,
cold
dark.
when out of nowhere, the small figure is seen by Win. Upon seeing this, he quickly hides away as if frightened by whatever this was. But as if things couldn't get any creepier, the mysterious shadow disappears. Feeling extremely unsettled, Win walks out as fast as possible and ends the video there. If the reason for demolishing the restaurant is to get rid of whatever this was, then maybe it's best to completely relocate
Oh, they're demolishing the restaurant. They're not even rebuilding it. They're just demolishing it. I thought they were rebuilding it. My bad.
from this place. But until further info is given to clarify this incident, it seems that we won't know for sure as to who or even what was inside this restaurant.
Honestly, if a ghost is that willing and not also not scared to show itself, then it becomes a little bit more creepy, and it's something I don't fuck with. I don't even fuck with this shit. I just did this shit just to do it. Why not? All right, boys. That's all I had today. Honestly, I don't know. That was kind of lame. I don't really like that. I don't really like this video. But if you do want to see another one, I'll see if I can get like something that's better. I don't know if I can really find anything to top what we just saw, but I just don't like it's so easy. It's so easy to make these videos so fake. And I just don't know if I believe them anymore. Like, I don't know if I believe them anymore when people upload them. Because I'm like, man, this could be so fake. This could be so fake. All right. Honestly, I have to dip anyways. I gotta go somewhere. But I just wanted to get a quick video in. Again, 3 videos a week. I'm gonna try to do 1 gaming video, 1 reaction video, and then 1 video of either or. So either another reaction video or another gaming video. I might do a poll at the beginning of every week, see what you guys want to do, and then we'll go on from there. All right. Anyways, boys, I'm gonna be dipping now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Later.